Weight loss kickstart, getting started right now. Here we go. So welcome. Hi, and thank you for joining us during the Weight Loss Kickstart series, where you'll get simple and unique solutions that work for you to finally lose weight and keep it off. I'm excited that you're joining us because you're going to learn which foods will work best for you for lifelong health. And I know what you may be thinking. Yes, there are many different diets and a ton of information out there. I think you'll be surprised to hear how simple it can be to choose the right foods for you that will help you lose the weight for good. So my name is Jason Ryer. I'm the founder of Zen Strength as a certified bulletproof and human potential coach with the knowledge and access to the best tools for hacking and biohacking health and upgrading human performance. I've helped well over 500 people with weight loss, losing 15 pounds and more using my science-backed formula. I've helped men over 40. As a man in my 40s, I can relate to others struggling with their health and weight during this time in their lives. As we age, it becomes increasingly more challenging to reach our weight loss goals. This is exactly why we need a formula to help us finally get there. I've helped business owners and entrepreneurs. As a business owner myself, I enjoy helping others who are working hard for the health of their business, yet find themselves struggling to find ways to improve their own personal health. I'm here to tell you that you can achieve success in your business and your own personal health by following the formula to finally lose the weight. I've also helped diabetics. I used to turn away diabetics and send them to their doctors for approval. No more. I've since worked with diabetics and realized that they need this valuable information more than anyone, so that they lose the weight, get off their meds, and on to a healthier, happier life. So then, what about women, non-business owners, and non-diabetics? The information I share can work for everyone. I've helped hundreds of women, as well as others in all walks of life, to lose weight and beyond, to burn fat, build strength, boost energy, detox, and increase immunity. So what's my story? So I have my own path to health starting back in 2014, when I was, before that, on what I'd call the seafood diet. I see it, I eat it, anything and everything. So I was overeating, I wasn't feeling well, I got sinus infections a lot, I got colds, I had gas and bloating, brain fog. I even eventually had heart attack symptoms. So that's where I tried a vegetarian diet and veganism for about 2 years. So I discovered a more nuanced approach later, 2 years later, with food and with my health. So it's not so simple when you dig into the details, and I see why so many people get it wrong and struggle with their weight. I dove deep, following the experts, doing my own research. I spent 1 year getting certified as a bulletproof and human potential coach. In 2017, I dove into coaching and helping others with health, wellness, and life. Now, as a certified bulletproof and human potential coach, I'm working with people with all things health and wellness, like sleep, stress, strength, mobility, pain, inflammation, fitness, relationships, energy, motivation, mindset, breathing, meditation, hormones, menopause, nutrition, supplements, nootropics, biohacking, and much more. And when I asked my students, clients, and others, the one thing they wanted to change the most was their weight. But wait, I disagree with that goal. So what I mean by that is you don't want to lose weight. Instead, you want to lose fat. And so that's an important distinction, because you can lose fat and build strength and not necessarily lose the weight. And I'll talk about that more. But go beyond that. Increase immunity, boost energy, and detox for a longer, healthier, more fulfilling life. I've since helped people lose weight in a way that's simple, healthy, and effective. So over the past 7 years, I dove deeply into weight loss, researching what worked and what didn't work, studying and experimenting with the latest diet trends so that I could help my clients and students get the results they were looking for. So now, for many of my students and clients, they find that losing weight comes easy. They can drop 10 plus pounds, they gain control over food, they enjoy the journey. Better than simply losing weight, they burn fat while building strength and muscle, detoxing their bodies, increasing immunity, and boosting energy. So you see here that I bolded, you gain control over food. And that's because that's the problem I'll help you solve today. So here's a quick testimonial from one of our past students. He says, I was nervous going into the program. The empowerment I've attained is priceless. The education was hugely beneficial. I certainly recommend this program. My overall well-being has drastically improved. Thank you. And that's Kevin King. And you'll hear more about Kevin's story of weight loss success soon. What's your why? Leave a comment now and share. What's your reason for losing the weight? There are many. Move lighter on your feet, like what you see in the mirror, respected by family, friends, and coworkers. avoiding the common lifestyle chronic illnesses like heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and stroke, so that you have a longer lifespan and, perhaps more important, a longer health span. What's your #1 weight loss challenge? So again, leave a comment now and share. So this will be taking away your pain. So you have more than 10 pounds to lose, perhaps. You've tried so many diets, you've gained back the weight, your eating habits are out of control. You want more energy and strength without the pain and suffering. So right now, you might be struggling with overeating and eating bad foods, stuck in your habits and your weight, not enough activity and exercise, low sex drive and erectile dysfunction. You're too busy with work, lack of discipline and lying to yourself. You've tried so many times before. You don't feel well most of the time. You can't stand what you see in the mirror. So what's your #1 weight loss challenge? I've asked this to a countless number of people. And this very same question comes back with different answers. So I want to share those answers. So I don't know what to eat, don't know what exercises work best for weight loss, lack of support, stuck at the same weight, plateauing, stuck in my habits, eating too much, eating the wrong foods, sugar, hungry too much of the time, limited options for healthy food, late night snacking, stress eating, work stress, financial stress, life stress, diabetes, injuries, physical and mobility limitations, can't exercise, not motivated to exercise, sedentary, slow metabolism, lack of discipline, too much information, misinformation, don't know who or what to trust, not consistent, depression, negativity, lack of self-control, not enough time, too busy, menopause, and hormonal changes. So when weight is no longer a problem for you, I want to ask, what changes in your life? So take a moment to answer this question for yourself and share a comment with the answer or the answers that you come up with. So how can you lead a life of pleasure, to be thinner, have more energy, stronger, happier, healthier, increase your immunity, detox your body, have better connections with your loved ones, feel good about your body and yourself? So once again, take a moment to answer this question for yourself and share in the comments. So I want to share what some of our students are saying. So what do they say? Take a minute and imagine what life is like with lifelong weight control and control over your overall health. So Ryan, for example, lost a healthy amount of weight and reduced chronic pain that he struggled with for over 20 years. Jerry got back on track for healthy eating. So unfortunately, so many people are still trying the same thing over and over again to achieve their weight loss goals. And although they may see results in the short term, in the long run, they often gain the weight back and then some. And worse, it's now even harder to lose the weight than before. If you've been told that you just need to move more and eat less, that you simply don't have the willpower, that something is wrong with you, then you want to pay close attention. So here's the problem you're going to solve now. You don't know which foods are best for you to effectively lose weight. There's so many, perhaps too many food options available. Food is all around us, and we're often told which foods are best for weight loss. Do you know which foods? What foods have you tried for weight loss? So leave a message in the comments and let us know. Which diets have you tried? So leave a message in the comments and let us know. Have you tried the keto diet, vegetarian, vegan, paleo, Whole30, Atkins, Mediterranean, carnivore? Have you tried eating more plants, more vegetables, more fruit, more meat, less meat, more fat, less fat? What about packaged and processed foods? Do you know the ingredients in the foods you eat? Do you know how those ingredients affect your body, your health, and your weight? So yes, there are many questions, and this is the problem. We don't know which foods are the best for weight loss. And not just weight loss, effective, simple, and healthy weight loss that burns fat, builds strength and muscle for better body composition and better overall health and wellness. So are you getting too much information and suffering from information overload? It's easier than ever to look things up online. This is amazing that we can get instant answers. The problem is that it's often too much information. You can do what I do and look at the scientific research available. And guess what you'll find? If you're looking for information to support the health benefits of any food, you'll find it. And on the flip side, if you're looking for info against anything, you'll find that too. So if you want to confirm that meat is bad, it's there. Fat is bad, it's there. Sugar and carbs are bad, yep, that's there too. Plants are bad, yes. You can even find plenty of information supporting the deleterious effects of plants on your food. So maybe we can take a different approach. Maybe we can find someone or some source of information we can trust. I personally do all of these things. I follow people I trust, and I look at the science to support the claims, and then I can make my own decisions, as well as share the best, most useful information, meaning it's simple, healthy, and effective to help people like you reach their weight and health goals. The problem is that we have our own biases based on and informed by our values that come from our environment and especially the people around us. There's a saying that goes something like this: you're the average of the 5 people with whom you spend the most time. And I think there's a lot of truth to that. So if you want to make meaningful, lasting change in your life, you may need to change your influencers and your sources of information. I made this change personally for me over 7 years ago and saw my health improve dramatically. But it's not like an on-off switch. Sometimes I'm ultra healthy, and other times I enjoy sharing unhealthy foods, but in a healthy context. For example, if someone invites me to food I believe to be unhealthy, oftentimes I accept. And rather than stress over the food, I enjoy sharing with people I love. But these are topics for another day and things that my students and clients explore in more depth in my courses and coachings. For now, find someone you can trust and take steps to surround yourself with healthy people in a healthy environment. So if you're like me, and most of my students and clients, you've probably tried many different foods and diets, but either they don't work for you or you can't stick with it consistently. This is a common problem. This is why I focus on offering the simplest of solutions that are healthy and effective for weight loss. So without further delay, I'm excited to share some of those solutions with you now, specifically looking at some of the foods and types of foods that will help you get the most out of your weight loss journey. That is better than losing weight. You'll be able to burn fat, build strength, and improve your body composition. So let's dive in. Before I offer my solutions and foods that work well for weight loss, I have a couple more questions for you. After all, you already have many of the answers. So rather than looking to others, you can start looking and asking yourself. Number 1, which foods work well for you? And number 2, which foods are problematic for you? Which foods have helped you lose weight in the past? Which foods have not helped you lose weight in the past? And a better question to ask is, which foods will help you lose weight now? And which foods will not help you lose weight now? So take a moment to consider these questions and share your answers in the comments. I ask because so often we already know what's best for us. And as a coach, my job isn't to tell people what to do and what to eat. Instead, it's a partnership to help my clients find out what works best for them, to discover which foods work best for them to lose weight, as always, in a way that's healthy, simple, and effective. So here's your first solution. And the question is the answer is whole foods. And the question is, what are whole foods? So not the grocery store, of course, but which foods are minimally processed that will support your health the best? These are the foods you want to focus on for healthy weight loss. Like we see in the photo, we want to focus on the foods that have no packaging, no label, and no ingredients list. So yeah, in the photo, there are a few things that I didn't really want to put in there, but maybe it's a case in point for discussion. Maybe we see some supplements and packaged foods. Do we know those are healthy? I don't know. And it's not that all processed and packaged foods are bad. It's just that the simple answer is to choose whole natural foods. What are your preferred foods? And are they whole and natural foods? This is your first solution to the problem of finding healthy foods to support your weight loss. And here's the next solution. Prioritize protein. So if you look at the data to see what really works for people when it comes to weight loss, you'll see that the people eating the highest percentage of protein are the people having the most success with weight loss. How do we know this? Well, we looked at the data of millions of people tracking their food on the popular app MyFitnessPal. And we saw that the people losing the most weight were getting as much as 40% of their calories from protein. 40% from protein. That's a lot of protein. Where do you think you can get this much protein in your diet? You can focus on protein-rich foods like lean beef and chicken breasts. Or if you prefer plants, you can opt for things like legumes, like peas and lentils, for example. But back to the 40% protein, if you look at how that affects the ratio of fat and carbs, that means that you're getting 60% of your food from fat and carbs. And you'll likely have to cut back on these foods in order to get your protein consumption up while still making sure you're not overeating. So focusing on protein is a solution. It is solution number 2 to the problem of finding foods that best support healthy weight loss. I was going to stop there, but I have some additional bonuses that we explore in much more detail in our premium courses, like our 5-day formula and our weight loss masterclass. Although I urge people to focus on whole and natural food sources, there are a few supplements that can help greatly accelerate your fat burning. Number 1 is coffee, 2, bulletproof coffee, and this is with minimal amounts of butter, and 3, prebiotic fiber. So as you can see in the slide, Black coffee, just 2 cups of black coffee. Caffeine doubles ketone production. Coffee and caffeine increase energy and reduce hunger. And then bulletproof coffee, you get the coffee, but you add and actually blend in grass-fed butter and MCT oil. So how does that work? Both the coffee and the MCT oil raise your ketones. Grass-fed butter changes your water chemistry for better metabolism. You feel full, you have more energy, and fewer cravings. So prebiotic fiber, what is prebiotic fiber? It's soluble fiber that feeds good gut bacteria without raising your insulin, such as bulletproof inner fuel or similar. So feeds the good bacteria, crowds out the bad bacteria, and radically reduces your hunger. So now we have this big chart, right? So we talked about which foods are healthy and which foods are going to support your weight loss the most. So this is something we'll explore in more detail during our 5-day formula and weight loss masterclass programs. Generally, you want to stick to foods at the top and the closest to the green zones. See, these are the foods that will cause the least amount of problems for your gut health, especially if you have any dysbiosis or autoimmune issues. So take a look at this list and find the foods that you think will support your health the most. Which foods in and closer to the red zone can you do without? So leave a comment and let us know. And now let's hear from one of the students from our fasting masterclass.
My name is Kevin, and I'm in real estate and finance. Been doing that for about 15 years now. You know, for me, it's always been an issue with eating any type of food, and then my major problem was eating the quantity of food at each setting. So, you know, I joke with my wife that when I look at a menu on, you know, a restaurant menu when we're out to eat, I used to ask the waiter and waitress, what's the biggest portion size of these 3 items that I would pick out? And that can, you know, convince me as far as which meal to choose. And, you know, my body structure for the longest time hasn't been, you know, in the greatest shape. And that was my main concern. It was just, listen, you can't sustain a good life, a healthy life with this type of eating regimen. What I've discovered thus far with Jason's fasting program is the mental clarity you get when you're, you know, fasting every day. It's amazing how clear your mind gets when you just give your body a break from not eating food all the time. And it not only gives you mental clarity, but makes you feel good. And, you know, I can't say enough about it. It's been great. What I like most about the fasting program is it gives me that additional willpower that I don't think I had before. And it gives you that sense of accomplishment. You know, whether you're making your bed in the morning or you're getting a couple chores done before you got to get to work, it's on that same kind of parallel. You know, you get to say, hey, listen, you know, I got 2 more hours before my window opens up, and I'm doing fine, doing great. Some of the benefits I've found with the fasting program, in addition to the mental clarity and your, you know, physical well-being, is that it encourages you and, you know, kind of challenges you in eating healthier. You know, not only do you start to feel better because you're limiting the time that you're, you know, consuming food, but now you try to, you know, accelerate that by, you know, well, hey, maybe if I cut out rice and I eat some grains, or excuse me, some nuts or some seeds or something like that. So the challenges and kind of the encouragement to eat better is a big part of that. This is a program I definitely recommend to friends and family. Because I think everyone, regardless of your well-being and your health levels, can benefit from this. You know, I think history states, and you look at the human species and how we've eaten food over the past, and we've never been a species to just eat whenever, all the time. And you could be the healthiest eater on the planet, and you could still benefit from fasting just by way of what it does to your body biologically. So I do and I would recommend this program to any friends or family.
So it's great to hear about one of our students about Kevin's fasting and weight loss journey. So just a quick note that this was during our fasting masterclass. Although you don't have to fast to lose weight, we do help people find an eating window that works best to support healthy weight loss and health goals. So this is one of the many tools we offer in our premium program. Speaking of which, if you're interested in learning more and joining one of our premium programs, we'll give you a sneak peek soon enough of the 5-day formula, which is starting soon and runs for 5 days. So you'll learn about this later on. So just to wrap things up, so we talked about a lot of different things here. So what is your opportunity for life to be better? Losing weight comes easy. You drop 10 plus pounds, you gain control over food, enjoy the process, burn fat, build strength and muscle, detox, increase immunity, boost energy. So what's your reason for losing the weight? There's so many. We talked about moving lighter on your feet, like what you see in the mirror, respected by family, friends, and coworkers, avoiding the common lifestyle chronic illnesses like heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, stroke, so that you have a longer lifespan, and perhaps more important, a longer health span. Taking away pain. So right now you're struggling with overeating and eating bad foods, stuck in your habits and weight, not enough activity and exercise, low sex drive and erectile dysfunction, too busy with work, discipline and lying to yourself. You've tried so many times before, you don't feel well most of the time, you can't stand what you see in the mirror. So imagine the opportunity for a better you, thinner, more energy, stronger, happier, healthier, increased immunity, detoxing your body, better connections with loved ones, feeling good about your body and yourself. So we want to deliver this value to you today, solving this problem of not knowing which foods are best for you to effectively lose weight. So as you found out, there's too much information overload. You don't know who or what to believe. You've probably tried many different foods and diets, but either they don't work for you or you can't stick to them consistently. So what's the solution? Which foods work well and which foods are problematic? So you had a chance to an opportunity to ask that for yourself. And then we gave you some options, focusing on natural and whole foods, prioritizing protein, and optimizing nutrients. So what's next? So in our next video, we'll talk about exercise and weight loss. So you'll learn what exercises work best for weight loss and how to make it easy to actually do it.